Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's do the 0x13 firewall project. Now this project requires us to the basic idea is to just prevent your server from being hacked by malicious people on the internet. So now we have to install UFW and then we have to deny some ports. So the first one is the requirements below must be applied to web 01. Feel free to use on the rest. So now we are only required to set up the UFW on web 01 server. The rests are not required. So then configure UFW so that it blocks all incoming traffic except the following TCP ports: 22 for SSH, 443 for SSL, and then 80 for the default HTTP server. Then you have to share the UFW commands in your answer file. So this is the file that is required for us to use it. So in mine, I just use a script. Since we can automate stuff, why don't we do that? So let's go ahead. Let me just quick check my code first. So you can see that I don't have UFW set up in this server yet. So this should come out with all red checkers. It's actually the last one that is red. Let's fix that. So I guess because I have my files already there, that's why the rest are showing green all the way. So let me connect to my web 01 server, Ubuntu. That's my IP address. Now I'm in my web 01 server. Let's run the UFW script. So you can find it in my repository for the UFW firewall, actually 0x13 firewall. So I wrote a script to automate the whole process. It's just a nice thing to get into as a developer. You try to automate things because when you begin to do it over and over again, running singular commands one after the other just tends to be very slow. So let's go ahead and copy the script, and then we can create a file, store it, and then run the script. So let's say nano UFW setup, paste, save, and then chmod u plus x UFW setup. Now I need to run it. So to update your system, let's go ahead and just see the scripts while it's working. So the first thing we need to do is update the device, the server sudo apt-get update. Then the next command is to install UFW, and this -y that is there to just make sure that it doesn't ask you the question or yes or no, so it goes into yes by default. Then the first thing we need to do is, while configuring UFW, we need to deny all incoming ports, so we can then allow the one that we want. So we deny all incoming ports using this command, sudo UFW deny incoming, then sudo UFW default allow outgoing. So we want to allow all of the outgoing requests. Like whenever you want to send a request to a server, whatever it is, it should allow every single one of those to go, because that's not required. So now we then allow UFW to allow 22, 80, and 443 as per the requirements that we have on this page. So then we run UFW enable. That's like enable after we set up the configuration, we have to enable the UFW. Then we enable it and then process completed. But now after the UFW enable, it will ask a question. This one that is asking right here. This may disrupt existing SSH connections. Now the reason why it's asking this question is, if you don't allow this port 22 and then you run enable, that means you'll be unable to access your server via SSH anymore, because you blocked all ports, you did not allow SSH. So this means whenever you're trying to connect your server using the SSH connection, to be saying connection refused, which means you've successfully lost your server. So let's go ahead and just click yes, since we are sure that this will not damage our connection to the server. Yes, and then enter. Process completed. So now let's go ahead and see if the checker goes all green now. Yes, all green. So we are good to go. So if you've gotten past the deadline before, remember to click ask a new correction so you can get your score. And now for the port forwarding. So this is an advanced task. It's not required as by default. So now to work on the port forwarding, what you have to do is go to the port forwarding file, and now go back into your server. You have to like add a few configurations like manually inside of the configuration file. So the you want to use the sudo, if you're using Vim editor, that's fine. So use sudo Vim. But in my case, I'm using nano, so sudo nano, then etc ufw, then default, I think. Let me go ahead and check that again. Before dot rows. Yes. So this is the default configuration for UFW rows. So you just need to go ahead and copy this, copy, then paste here, and then let's go ahead and save. So that works fine. Yes, and also you need to allow sudo UFW enable port 8080. Yeah. No, sudo UFW allow, sorry, 8080. Now sudo UFW. We should use restart first because we've edited the configuration file, right? So sudo service UFW restart. So then sudo UFW enable. Yes. And now we are done. We've solved both problems. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. And also, if you've come this far, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. It's been observed that about 70 to 80% of you are not subscribed to my channel. So please go ahead and do that. Thank you so much once again. Goodbye, everyone.